Hello everyone, welcome back again. So, a lot of technical glitches today. Yeah, this is the best thing of being, connect to the internet and then have the glitches. So, no worries, we'll start with the first question again. So, this time we'll just go in very short because I've already said 4 to 5 times, right? So identify the work below that does not belong to the literature of the 18th century. So this answer is Advancement of Learning. Why? Because it is written in 1605, and these three, Gulliver's Travel, The Spectator, and Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot, is of 18th century. So what you have to do, you have to learn these three, that yes, who has written this and what it is all about, right? And this is written in 1605. Let's get started to second question number. Which among the following is a place through which John Bunyan's Christian does not pass? Okay, the Slough of Despond, Mount Helicon, the Valley of Humiliation, and Vanity Fair. So these three are the ways which Christian passes through. In game we say that there are some levels that we get to diamond, then A's, then silver, and all that. So this is how Christian also passes through all the levels, and this Mount Helicon was not there in John Bunyan's Pilgrims Progress, and Pilgrims Progress is literally a very good work and very interesting work. After the Bible, it has been considered the most biblical references to that. And so what you need to do is, you need to, if you are not interested in studying this Pilgrims Progress, you can also watch the movie on it. It is easily available on the YouTube. So yes, let's get started. And the period of Queen Victoria's reign is 1830 to 1900, 1837 to 1901. And can you see the very close dates are written 30, 37, 30, 37 and 01101. So what you need to do, if you these type of questions are like, if you know it, you will do it. If you don't know it, you won't be able to mark it. Yes, keep going. Thank you, good quality. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Let's get started again. So yes, after four times of connecting to the net, finally I got the good connection here. So yes, so which of the following statements about the lyrical ballad is not true? So whenever these type of questions come in examination, always focus what it is written not true, that you have to find which one are true first or not true. So this is the thing where you need to give a lot of importance. You cannot be like physically present and absent minded. No, you don't. You have to be physically present also and mentally present also for these type of question. So the answer will be, it carried only one ballad proper, the Coleridge, the rhyme. Yes, it is correct. It also carried pastoral and other poems. Yes, this is also correct. It carried a preface which Wordsworth added in 1800. This is also correct. What is not correct is question option number D. Aniket Gaur, good afternoon ma'am, how are you? Ma'am, I am beginner student. No worries, if you are a beginner also, these are the PYQs which will be helping you towards laying your foundation, and you will be able to understand that what UGC net ask or demand. If you are not solving the PYQs, you won't be studying exactly what they ask, right? So yes, if you, where can we get these recordings? You will find on the home page live section, and you will be getting all the notifications there. Also you will get the recordings after some time. Okay, so yeah, this is not correct. Let's get to the question number 5. One of the following text was published earlier than 1955. Identify the text. So these are the type of questions which you need to know either by rote learning or by understanding or by hook or by crook. There are no shortcuts for these type of questions. Like, how will you come to know that these are the publication date is 1958. This is not humanly possible that you will be knowing like 2000 plus writers work also, date also, and that too in chronological way. This is not humanly possible. We are not robots. So what we need to understand that whatever the major text or major works are there, we have to take a reference to it and then we have to start solving. So what will be the answer? How we will be knowing that it has which are published earlier, means the text which has been earlier published 1955. So William Godling, The Inheritors. How I am solving it? Because I know these he belongs from 18th century. Then Philip Larkin, he is of war poet, so it is like 19th and 20th century, he belongs to that. Then William Empson collected poems. Then this is also like 18th century, something like that. I am just solving the way you have to solve. Then Samuel Beckett, Waiting for Godot. Yes, this is the one written before 1955. Samuel Beckett, Waiting for Godot. And this is one of the best example of the absurdism, that life is all about absurdity. Two main characters are there, Didi and Gogo. You will be writing their original name in the comment section. And this is how you have to figure it out, that okay, Samuel Beckett, Waiting for Godot, and how you have to read these characters. And this is also repeated so many times in UGC net examination. Question number 6. Who among the poets in England during the 1930s, okay, had left-leaning tendency? For these type of questions, you need to have a little study of background. Since English literature syllabus is vast, we as a student have, those who have their graduation or post graduation, they must be knowing their backgrounds, like Victorian period background, modern age background, post-modern age background. So then only you will be able to solve these type of question. So option A, T.S. Eliot, Ezra Pound, Richard Alegdon, Wilfred Owen, Siegfried Sassoon, Rupert Brooke, W.H. Auden, Louis MacNeice, Cecil Day Lewis, J. Faulkner, W.H. Davis, and Edward Marsh. So the answer will be W.H. Auden, Louis MacNeice, Cecil Day Lewis. They were the one who were having the left leaning tendency, like we are having in the political system, right wings and the left wings. Like the same way, the writers also had their tendencies. Okay, now match the following. Who has written what? The Sage of Concord. Even if you don't know things, you must be knowing some characters or some writers that I am familiar with. T.S. Eliot, Emily Dickinson, Old Posham, and Mark Twain. I don't know the rest of it. How will I solve it? I'll be solving by question number first. The Sage of Concord. So it is, I don't know about it. Leave it. Then next one, I'll be solving the second one. The Nun of Amarest. Yes, I know this is of Emily Dickinson. Now look for the option which goes with second. 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8. And this is I have downloaded from the official website of UGC net. So you can also download it. But the answer has been removed. So this one will go with Emily Dickinson, second 5. So I am very sure that this will go with Emily Dickinson. So I will close my eyes and I will take this one because I am very much sure that this will go with this. Then Mark Twain, Samuel L. Clemens, and Old Posham will go with T.S. Eliot. And I am also very confirm of this one. So when you are very sure of two options also, no, so this gives you, ma'am, can you provide me the right English timeline chronology? Humble request to you, ma'am. Yes, chronology is something that it has to be developed by you only, and it has given on the internet, and I will also provide, I'll make one, no worries. First we'll complete the PYQ and then we'll go with other sections, right? Now this one. Name the theorist who divided into strong and weak and popularized the practice of misreading. So, who was the theorist who divided the poets into strong and weak? and popularized the practice of misreading. The very first question is Alan Bloom, Harold Bloom, Geoffrey Hartman, and Stanley Fish. Yes, the answer is correct. This is Harold Bloom. And what he has to say about strong and weak poets, that the one strong are the one who has decided to go against the classicals, and they have, organized or reformed their own. They have created something their own mentality, their own individuality. And weak poets are those who don't have to go against the will of the classical poets. They just copy and pasted, and because the very real life example I'll be giving you in real life, in day-to-day life, what we do, we don't have the will to go against the flow, right? Whatever the crowd is doing, we also have to do it. That shows that we have the weak tendencies. But the one who are strong, they are very determined. They know, if I am creating something good, it will have the impact to be focused on the rest of the people. So that's how Harold Bloom was. In The Rape of the Lock, Pope repeatedly compares Belinda to. So this is very important. It has been asked thousands of times in some or other way. Sometimes they ask the protagonist, sometimes they ask the antagonist, sometimes they ask the themes, sometimes they have directly asked who has written The Rape of the Lock. Sometimes it has been come in the match of the following. So it's better that you read this poem, and this is very interesting poem. The conclusion of the poem will shock you that okay, this was the thing which all the things was happening. मतलब आप देखोगे कि अच्छा, The Rape of the Lock, okay, something must be very interesting, and so many natural things we will be seeing, supernatural things we'll be seeing, all the references are given, and what for what, just because of The Rape of the Lock. So Pope, Alexander Pope, repeatedly compares Belinda to the पेपर 1 का क्लास कब से होगा? फर्स्ट आई विल कंप्लीट द होल 10 years of paper 2 like that, 2000 from 2012 to 2025. That just happened on 7th of January 2025, right? And then I'll be coming to paper 1. See, paper 1 is something that you can do before examinations also, but once you have a grasp of your paper 2, then you can go with paper 1, and that this is my way. You can go, if you want to see, you can start reading, you can start solving your paper, and then when I'll have take the live classes of paper 1, it will have your revisions. First I'll go with paper 2, and then along with that I'll go with paper 1. Ma'am, these questions are repeated upcoming in the exam. Yeah, these are always repeated in the examination. Just join nice way of questioning, nice way of answering. Okay, question number 9. So Belinda was repeatedly compared to the sun. Okay, let's go to question number 10th. So which of the following awards is not given to Indian English writers? Tell me in the comment section. Give the answer of this, very easy one. The Booker Prize, the Sahitya Academy Award, the Gyanpith, and the White Bread Prize. Yes, exactly. The answer is D. Whitbread Prize. So the Booker Prize, the Sahitya Academy Award, the Gyanpith, these all are given to Indian English writers, but this Whitbread Prize is given only to the English and only the UK and the Ireland people. So that is why we are not be able to get this prize. So yes, Gyanpith Award is already given to our so many writers. Then question number 11. at the end of the time we mark incorrect. So please take your time and solve. Godot is a comedy while Ralph Roister Doister and Grammar Girton's Needle are tragedies. No, this is not correct. Godot is a tragedy while Ralph Roister Doister and Grammar Girton's Needle are comedies. All of them are problem plays. All of them are farces. So the right answer is Godot is a tragedy while Ralph Roister Doister, and this is the question has come in June 2012, and see again in December it has come but in other format, and that is why we always say please focus PYQ because that is the base of your examination, right? So Godot is a tragedy because a lot of bloodsheds happened in Godot, and its subtitle is Tragedy of Ferrex and a Porrex, while Ralph Roister Doister is a comedy, and Grammar Girton's Needle, this is a very funny story. You will read it at the end, you will know where was the needle. There was two people, they were finding needle, and at the end you will be getting to know, okay, this was a place where the needle was. Very interesting and funny. Now, question number 12. W.M. Thackeray's Vanity Fair owes its title to. So, Vanity Fair, its title to Browning's Fifine at the Fair, Shakespeare, Merchant of Venice, Goldsmith, Vicar of Wakefield, Bunyan's Pilgrims Progress. What will be the answer of 12th? Thank you. Tell me, question number 12. Okay, the answer will be D. It's D. Bunyan's Pilgrim Progress. Okay. Let's move to the other question. Direct question. The Puritans shut down all theatres in England in 1642, 1640, 1659 and 1660. So it was in 1642. So you should be knowing who were the Puritans and why did they shut down all the theatres in England. So why did they shut down all the theatres, Puritans? Tell me. Because they were so-called Puritans, they were against all the, advancement of science. They does not wanted women to go out. They wanted women to be in purdah. And they were against all the modern things which were happening in England that time. They did not wanted anyone to go beyond their genre or the period. Okay, no freedom at all, and that is why अगर कोई notes हो तो provide कीजिए ma'am. I have also mailed you. Okay, I'll see it and I'll definitely tell you or send you the notes. Okay. Who of the following was not a contemporary of Wordsworth and Coleridge? How we'll be knowing this, that who was not a contemporary of Wordsworth and Coleridge? By reading their works. Robert Southey, Sir Walter Scott, William Hazlitt, A.C. Swinburne. Yeah, wine and theatre banned for re-establishing church. Yes, a lot of thing happened. Good evening. So, who was not the contemporary of Wordsworth and Coleridge? And be ready for these type of questions. These are very direct questions, but you will be having a background for it so that you will understand, okay, these were the things. They were the writers, they were writing in the 18th century. They were the poets, they were writing in 19th century, and that is how it goes. 14 answer will be D. A.C. Swinburne. Now, let's move to question number 15. Again, can you see? We just solved one question of waiting for Godot. Which of the following statement about waiting for Godot is not true? It carries a subtitle, a tragic comedy in 2 acts. It carries a subtitle, a tragic comedy in 2 scenes. It carries a subtitle, a tragic comedy in 2 parts. It does not carry a subtitle. What will be the answer? A tragic comedy in 2 acts. So its answer will be D. So that is why I am telling you, please take a copy and pen, and whatever I am telling you, please note it down, because once, see, when we are talking in the class or when we are discussing things, we think that okay, these are the things which we will be remembering, but the moment this class will end, you will not revise, you will be forgetting everything. Literally, believe me, you will be forgetting each and everything. So please mark it down that we have to read Waiting for Godot, and we have to know the characters, what were the main topics of that, what were the themes of that, and that is how we'll be talking about all things, right? So now, nobody comes, nobody goes, nothing happens. It's awful. Yes, that's the absurdity of life. They kept waiting for, like, in the belief that Godot will come, but nothing happened like that. So let's get started. The Bloomsbury group included British intellectuals, critics, writers, and artists. Okay, who among the following belong to the Bloomsbury group? So this topic has been asked multiple times, and still in 2025, on 7th January 2025, it was there. So again, you have to read this. Options are John Maynard Keynes, Lytton Strachey, E.M. Foster, Roger Fry, Clive Bell. Third, Patrick Brunty, Paul Haworth. Fourth, Thomas Hardy, Henry James, and Walter Pater. So what will be the answer? It will be 1 and 2. So what you need to do, you have to go and you have to learn the names, or you just go through Wikipedia and just have a glance on it, so that when you see it in the examination, you will be having an idea that yes, it will be. Ma'am, your class timing is what? My class timing is, as of now, I am taking classes on at 3 p.m. But whenever it will be, I'll be telling you before 1 hour or 2 hours, so that you all get to join it. Now, who among the following is credited with the making of the first authoritative dictionary of the English language? Very easy. Bishop Berkeley, Samuel Johnson, Edmund Burke, or Horace Walpole? It's Samuel Johnson. Tell me the year in which he wrote the first dictionary. I'm not able to see your comments. Let me check once again. Yes, it's 1755. Question number 18. In Dryden's essay of dramatic poesy, that is written in 1668, who opens a discussion on behalf of the ancient? So this is a very long discussion, okay, about Lycidas, Critias, and Eugenius and Neander, and they are talking about the ancient, modern English, and they are giving their examples and they are taking the sites. So who opens a discussion on the behalf of the ancient? This is a very long essay and you need to study this is in detail, and yes, it is given by Critias. Yes. Now, these type of question, like the terms one, right? Let me zoom out. Yeah, the term invective refers to. So be ready for the unknown references, be ready for the unknown terms you might not be knowing, you might not have seen in all the books you have seen, but what you need to do, be ready for that. Either you study all 4 options, and if it gives you the vibe that yeah, this might be true because it connects, or I have seen somewhere, or I have read it, go through it. You don't have to be panicked. Why? Because in UGC NET examination, 10 to 15 questions will be coming in the examination that will have no idea or no connection to the syllabus which is determined by the so-called UGC NET NTA. Why I am saying so-called syllabus? Because they have just given 10 units of syllabus, 10 units, and they have not prescribed which topic I have to read, which authors I have to read, nothing. Because under the sun, whichever work has been translated into English, we have to study that. Be it in Tamilian, be it African, be it American, be it Canadian, be it Australian, and so on and so forth. So yes, be ready for that. Yeah, the answer will be the first. Because the abusive writing or speech in which there is a harsh denunciation of some person or thing. Insulting writing, no. Written spoken which has apparently straightforward, no. The charming or reciting powers, no. Question number 20. Which of the following novels depicts the plight of Bangladeshi immigrants in East London? Okay, we used to thought that Bangladeshi comes only in India, but no, they have also went to East London. So the works, How Far Can You Go, The White Teeth, Unequal Music, or Brick Lane. So the answer will be Brick Lane. Okay, and it was a debut novel of Monica Ali. Okay, write it down. Now let's go to question number 21. I hope it's clear. Ma'am, JRF cutoff high always? Yes, it's always high because lakhs of candidates appear for the examination, and out of that lakhs, only 6% of appeared candidates qualify UGC NET, and out of that qualified candidates, only 1% of candidates appear for JRF or cleared JRF. For JRF, you have to just study everything, and when I say everything, it includes PYQ, it includes all the major works, major writers, literary theory, literary criticism, world literature, English in Indian language, criticism, and everything, linguistics, okay, and translation. So yes, thank you. Let's get started. Question number 21. The year 1939 proved to be a crucial year for 2 important writers. Okay, so why it was important? Important writers in England. So identify the correct phrase below. For Yeats, who died, for Auden, who left England for the US, for Eliot, who started publishing verse drama, for Hardy, whose Wessex poems were published, for Evelyn Waugh and Graham Greene, each for publishing his first novels, for Eliot, who won Nobel Prize in Orwell, who published his Animal Farm. So the correct answer will be the A. Why? Because in 1939, Yeats died, and for Auden, who left England for the US. Okay. Now question number 22. The Enlightenment was characterized by. Option A, accelerated industrial production and general well-being of the public, a belief in the universal authority of reason and emphasis on scientific experiment. Okay. The Protestant work ethic and compliance with Christian values of life, and undue faith in predestination and neglect of free will. It will be. I'm just zooming in. Okay. I hope it is visible now. It will be B. Because Enlightenment was a period where all the belief was in universal authority of reason, and they were starting to believe on scientific experimentation. And that was a period after Enlightenment. We'll see Victorian age, and you see in Victorian age all the machines were happening, all the scientific reasons. Now people was wanting a reason to believe on something. They are not just accepting the facts. They wanted why it is happening, how it is happening, why we should believe in ideologies, why should I follow you. So that was the time. There was a shift after Enlightenment period and Victorian age. All the writers were now coming out of their comfort zone, right? Question number 23. Which Shakespearean play contains the line, "There is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow"? King Lear, Hamlet, Coriolanus and Macbeth. Very interesting one. Tell me. Thank you so much. Which Shakespeare play contains? Tell me the answer. Exactly, Hamlet. Yes. So there is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow, and why this has been said in Hamlet, and why Hamlet is saying these all lines. Why? Because he thinks that whatever is happening in the life insignificantly at this particular time, it was destined to be. Whoever is watching the live session, there you were destined to watch my live session. That was the thing. If even something bad is happening, also it was destined to be, right? So this is when Hamlet was contemplating, he was monologuing, he was talking about soliloquy, and he was saying that why I am not able to take the revenge of my father's death. And there he was talking all about things. So yes, whatever is happening in your life, that is destined to be, but what you need to do, you don't have to give up. Hamlet itself, it is a work of Shakespeare. Now match the following pairs of books and authors. Okay. So condition of the working class in England: London, Labour and the London, poor, past and present, the unto this last. So agar even if you are not knowing these three, you must be knowing this one, the unto this last one. So it will be A, John Ruskin. Now find the options. 4A, and I'm pretty sure that this option will match with 4-1, and all the other options are not matching. So I will just tick mark. So what, that is why, see, this is not working. That is why I always say, whatever you are reading, whatever you are reading, just read with full focus. I was knowing only this work, the Unto This Last. So I just matched with John Ruskin and voila, you have all the right answer. So yes, we can just match it. Condition of the working class in England, it will be, it is written by Frederick Angels. London Labour and the London Poor is written by Henry Mayo. Past and present, it is written by Thomas Carroll. Wow, can you imagine? The answer is like this. Yeah. Yeah, B is the correct answer. Let me zoom in. Yes. In which of the following texts do Aston, Davis and Mick appear as character? Wyndham Lewis' enemies, Harold Pinter's caretaker, Catherine Manfield's Life of Ma Parker, Graham Greene's Britain Rock. So the answer will be, yeah, many people take paid courses for these all, which you can do it by own. The right answer is Harold Pinter's caretaker. It is very important. I am writing VI. So whoever is watching the recorded session, you have to read this one. Harold Pinter's caretaker. Very important. Okay. So characters are Aston, Davis and Mick. Very interesting story. There is one character which is very, facing some problem in life. Yeah, so this is very important. Please read this one. Thank you so much. Question number 26. What is common to the following writers? Identify the correct description below. William Congreve, George Etheridge, William Wycherley and Thomas Otway. So you should be knowing, this is very important, and every time these questions are asked. So what are the common things? So the very common thing is all of these were Restoration playwrights. All of them were critics of edited Shakespearean plays. No, I don't think so. All of them wrote tragedies in the same age. Yeah, correct. Ranjit, you said you are a beginner, but you know all the answers. Chronological works of Jane Austen's, or the characters of the Jane Austen, or the works which has been published in the, they just generally ask the publication date and then the characters and the themes, and which is not written by Jane Austen. So okay, so see again, this one, it is about, yeah, see, novel. Do you find the characters? Annie Elliot, Lady Rizal, Lucia Musgrove and Captain Wentworth, Emma, Mansfield Park, Persuasion and Northanger Abbey. So what will be the answer? Answer will be C, Persuasion. Okay. Is it clear till 27th? Question number 27. Yeah, 27C, Persuasion. Very important. Please learn the names of the Jane Austen's work, learn the characters of it, and till now, if you have any doubt, do ask me. If you have any doubts, do ask me now. After that, I'll be stopping till 50th question. Anyone? Am I audible or? Are you there? Anyone? Please reply. Anyone? Okay, let's get started. Question number 28. In which of his essays does Homi K. Bhabha. Discuss the discovery of English in colonial India. Science taken for wonders, mimicry, nation and narration, the commitment to the theory. It will be science taken for wonders. And please don't miss this one, nation and narration. It has been always asked in June 2012 also, in June 2022, 23, 24 and 25 also. In match the following in chronological way, match the following year wise, date wise, directly who has written nation and narration. So please kindly learn this one. Please learn. It is very important. Orientalism, very important. Homi K. Bhabha. Please don't leave him. Now, question number 29. Dash was the first sonnet sequence in English. Edmund Spenser, Amority, Philip Sidney's Astrophil and Stella, Samuel Daniels Delia, Michael Breton's Ideas Mirror. This is very easy and you should be knowing it. It's Philip Sidney, Astrophil and Stella. Okay. Bhaiya Singh, December 2012 UGC Net PYQ. Question number 30. Favorites of UGC Net. Which is the correct sequence of the novels of V.S. Naipaul? So this is very important, and this work and this question only be done when you have read V.S. Naipaul. So I'll tell you the correct sequence. So it will be the very first, the Mystic Measure, the Suffrage of Elvira, Megal Street, A House for Mr. Bishwas. What I know is that A House for Mr. Bishwas is written in the later years of V.S. Naipaul. The Suffrage is written in Midvale. Megal Street, I don't know about it. The Mystic Measure. So I have to realize, I have to think that yes, what I need to do is that I have to see the very starting. So that is why we always say, while preparing any novelist, remember his first work and remember his last work, because when these sequence questions come, no, generally they keep their arrangements like that. So the answer will be D. The very first work after in this sequence is The Mystic Measure, The Suffrage of Elvira, The Miguel Street, A House for Mr. Bishwas. Okay. Question number 31. Kubla Khan takes an epigraph from Samuel purchases Pilgrimage, Halkewit's Wages, the book named The Governor. Can you see the spelling of Governor? Old English. Sir Thomas More's Utopia. So 31 answer will be Samuel's purchase his pilgrim. So what is epigraph? Tell me what is epigraph. Anyone? So epigraph is generally a short phrase or a sentence, you can say, that is generally written on a building or a statue, or when you are introducing a book. So generally here in this literary term, epigraph is something that you introduces as a book or a part of it. So Kubla Khan takes an epigraph from his Samuel purchase his pilgrimage. Okay. Now let's move to question number 32. Which of the following author theme is correctly matched? This one is dropped one, because actually what happens is this was overlapped. The Rape of the Lock was this one is B. Themes was quarrel between two families caused by Lord Petrie, and the battle of the books were between the quarrel between ancient and modern authors. So this one is dropped at that time of period. Okay. Now question number 23. Which among of the following titles set a course for academic literary theory? So if you are preparing for PhD and want to go for the feminism, if you go for a academic literary feminism or a PhD, if you want to pursue PhD in the feminism or academic literary theory, or talking about all about how women can be seen in a powerful stage, so the very right answer for this will be A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf, and this is very famous work. You should not be missing out on this work. Okay. Now question number 34. In which play do we see a reworking of E.M. Foster's A Passage to India as a cameo? So can you see? The options are Birthday Party, a Resounding Tinkle, Indian Ink, and Amadeus. It's the Indian Ink. Okay. Now question number 35. These are the very direct one. Okay. Either you know it or you don't know it. So for that you need to study. Shakespeare's sonnets do not carry a dedication, are dedicated to James I First of England, are dedicated to Mary Auden, are dedicated to an unknown Mr. Yeah, I know this answer. This will be are dedicated to an unknown Mr. W.H. So the Shakespeare sonnets are so beautiful, and you should not be misreading it. If you are a literature student and you have not read the sonnets and what are the sonnets beauty and the essence, you are missing out on the essence of English literature. So kindly do not miss reading it. And most of the works are written for Mr. W.H. and the Dark Lady also, and the friend of it. So yes, let's get started. Question number 23. Which of the following poem uses terza rima? In 2025 also this question has been repeated. So the answer is P.B. Shelley's Ode to the West Wind. Can you see? The same question has been repeated in 2025, and that is why I always focus on saying please focus on PYQ. And if you are not solving PYQ, you can never clear examination. Whatever the toppers, whoever are the toppers of JRF and UGC net, they have learned all the options also. So if you want to crack the examination, you have to study hard with a smart strategy. Question number 37. When one says that someone is no more, or that someone has breathed her last, the speaker is resorting to euphuism, euphony, understatement, or euphuism. It will be euphuism. Okay. These are the direct questions. That is why I am not giving any explanations also. Which of the following poems are companion poems? Very direct question. It is El Allegro and El Pensero. I know this one. And these all are The Good Morrow and The Sun Rising is of John Donne. Okay. This one I don't know. Fall for them 5 Hark. I don't know. So I know the right one. So these are the companion poems that published together, and they have some references to it. Okay. What does the term episteme signify? This signifies means knowledge. The correct answer is knowledge, archive, theology, scholarship. So this answer is knowledge. Question number 40. Which of the following is a better definition of an image in literary writing? So image in a reflection, a speaking picture, a refraction, a reflected picture. It's a speaking picture. Okay. Comment me the answer. Who has said this? That is a better definition of an image in a literary writing. What is a better definition of an image? Because when you say, I might not make you understand by my words, but if I'll show you an image, it will speak thousands of story, and it will create a direct message in your mind. So that is why we say a speaking picture. Now question number 41. Whom did Keats regard as the prime example of negative capability? Very important. Many a times it has been asked. So John Keats has given the direct reference of William Shakespeare. Very important theory. Now Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities begins with, it was the best of the times, it was the worst of the times. What will be the right answer? Tell me, this is very easy one. (42) answer. D, no. It's wrong. The correct answer is A. It was the best of times and it was the worst of times. And in the comment section, please tell me about Wasteland's first line. Now, the works of Gerard Manley Hopkins, in short G.M. Hopkins, were published posthumously by Edwin Muir, Edward Thomas, Robert Bridges, Coventry, Patmore. It's Robert Bridges. These are the types of question which nobody knows, right? Either they guess and it gets corrected, or they might have heard somewhere, or their institution says that. So these type of the question nobody reads who has published and posthumously. So very J.M. Hopkins is also a minor writer, so that is why we'll skip this type of question. We just guess, and if it gets corrected, well and good, otherwise. Now, which of the following is the correct chronological sequence? A hell lot of questions coming like this in 21st centuries, like 2020, 40, 2024, 25. So yes, A Poison Tree, The Deserted Village, The Blessed Dazzle, Ozymandias. Okay. So how will be knowing The Deserted Village, A Poison Tree, Ozymandias, The Blessed Dazzle? So for this, you must be having at least who has written this work and how we have to carry this one. Until unless you haven't read the stories, or you haven't know the writer of it. Yeah, I got it. That time I could not see. 42A, yes. Now question number 44 will be second. The current sequence is The Deserted Village, The Deserted Village, A Poison Tree, Ozymandias, The Blessed. Yes. Now we'll move to other question. The term homology means a correspondence between two or more structures. Who of the following developed a theory of relations between literary works and social classes in terms of homologies? Yes, Kiran, what is your question? So 45 answer will be A. It's Raymond Williams, not Christopher Caldwell, not Lucian Goldsman, not Antonio Gramsci. He is related with, tell me in the comment section, Antonio Gramsci is related with which theory? Now 46. F. Turner's famous hypothesis is that the frontier has outlived its ideological utility in American civilization. The frontier has posed a challenge to the American creative imagination. The frontier has been the one great determinant of American civilization. The frontier, मैम chronology कैसे याद करें, इतने सारे writers हैं and उनके सभी works कि क्रोनोलॉजी याद करनी ज़रूरी है. सी फॉर क्रोनोलॉजी क्वेश्चंस वी डोंट नो कि यूजीसी किस राइटर का, कौन सा वर्क का, कौन से ईयर का क्रोनोलॉजी देगा. ठीक है. हाउ वी वॉट वी कैन डू, हमारे हम क्या कर सकते हैं इसमें फॉर क्रोनोलॉजी. द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग इज फर्स्ट लर्न द एजेस, राइट. ओल्ड इंग्लिश, मिडिल इंग्लिश, रेनासा, जैकोबियन, like this. Once you learn all the ages from Old English till the postmodern age, then learn the writers of it. कौन कौन से राइटर्स कहाँ कहाँ से आते हैं, कैसे कैसे है, उनका क्या वर्क्स है. और उसमें भी आपको सारे राइटर्स का वर्क्स नहीं याद करना है. जो जैसे अभी हमने ये डिस्कस किया, ठीक है, उसमें जो जो मेन राइटर्स थे, लाइक सैमुअल बेकेट, लाइक अलेक्जेंडर पॉप, लाइक जॉन डन का पोएम, like Oliver Goldsmith का, because we have seen a lot of works arranging line, Jane Austen's का work. तो हमें फेमस राइटर्स का, फेमस नॉवेलिस्ट का वर्क्स लाइन में याद करना है, एंड दैट नॉट टू बी इन ईयर वाइज. ईयर वाइज इज़ नॉट ह्यूमनली पॉसिबल, वो किसी से पॉसिबल नहीं होता है. बट या वी कैन लर्न कि इसका फर्स्ट वर्क क्या था और इसका लास्ट वर्क क्या था, और बीच बीच में आपको रिवाइज करते रहना है. क्रोनोलॉजी का कोई भी यू कैन नॉट से कि तुक्का से पास हो जाएंगे, या फिर उसका कुछ शॉर्ट ट्रिक्स है या टिप्स है. कोई शॉर्ट ट्रिक्स, कोई शॉर्ट टिप्स नहीं है. जब आप एक क्वेश्चन को 10 बार सॉल्व करेंगे ना, तो इट विल बी इन योर मेमोरी, राइट. इट विल बी इन योर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड दैट येस आई हैव रेड दिस पोएट और novelist or writer or playwright work, and yes, this I have read 100 times, and yes, that is why I know. This is the only way to solve chronology ki, or you revise PYQ more and more times, and whenever you find like okay, this novelist has been repeated 5 or 6 times, yes, I have to write this works, right. एक एज के कितने important writers करें मैम. सी देर इज़ नो डेफिनेट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स कि आपको कितना करना है, नहीं करना है. आप PYQ को बेस बनाइए, इसमें जितने भी राइटर्स आपको दिख रहे हैं, एंड डोंट राइट एवरीथिंग. विकीपीडिया है, गूगल कीजिए, सर्च कीजिए, और बस पढ़ते जाइए. जो जो ब्लू लाइन्स में आपको वर्क्स दिखेगा, दे आर द मेजर राइटर्स एंड मेजर वर्क्स. जैसे T.S. Eliot का खोल लिया आपने, वर्क्स देख लिए. आपने अलेक्जेंडर पॉप का देख लिए, उसमें works देख लिए. So and that is how you have to go with it. Or what you can do is copy and paste in your MS Office or notes and everything like that. Don't write now, because there is less time is left, because since tentative date by NTA UGC net is 21st June, if I am not wrong. So exactly you have 2 months left. So don't waste your time in writing each and everything. Just copy and paste if you find that is very important. Yes ma'am, can you please make a video on important writers of every age? See, I can make n number of videos, right? Until unless you will not study, no, making my video will not help you. I'll make video, but you will not see, you will not learn. Learning is the main thing. Okay, so let's start this one. 46, question number 46. No, 46 answer will be C. Yes. The frontier has been one the great determinant of American civilization. Now, which statement below on the Spencerian stanza is are accurate? So for this you need to learn. No shortcuts, no tips, no tricks. Either you know it or you don't know it. So yes, you have to learn it, you have to remember it, what it is all about, Spencerian stanza. Okay. So it will be 3. A Spencer stanza contains an 8-line stanza. एक stanza में 8 lines होते हैं, and that too in iambic pentameter, followed by a 9th 6 iambic feet. So this is very technical term. This will be so what you will do, you will go to Google, you will search, you will see the example, and this will be in your memory. So next time if you will see Spencerian stanza, what you will see, you have to see the 8th line, 6 iambic feet, and iambic pentameter, and that is how you will do. मैम मैं अभी पीजी सेम 1 में हूँ एंड जून अटेम्प्ट देना जा रही हूँ. प्लीज़ गिव मी सम सजेशन मैम, लाइक व्हाट टू डू एंड व्हाट नॉट टू डू. Like about what you have to do and what you don't have to do. See, you can attempt, you can fill the form, right? If you get clear in the very first attempt, that will be, you know, marvelous. But yes, UGC net requires your passing certificate or the last year, but that you can give in the last year also. But yes, there is no wrong in giving an examination. You will get to know the idea, and what you need to do, focus on your, in the very starting, focus on your syllabus which gives your university, complete that, because until unless you will not be having 55% marks if you belong to reserved category, then you won't be able to sit for the net examination. So first your focus should be clearing your university examination, and alongside you can prepare for UGC net. Okay, so let's go to question number 48. Match the following text with the respective themes: Areopagitica, Milton, Leviathan, Hobbes, Alexander, Feast, Dryden, The Way of the World by William Congreve. These are the writers: Areopagitica, John Milton; Leviathan, Hobbes; Alexander, John Dryden; and William Congreve. Okay, I missed live today. Please share time beforehand. Actually today I had some glitches and technical problems, that's why I could not share. I'll share. Okay, so question number 48, it's will be, okay, the liberty for the unlicensed, yeah, I know this one, Milton's work, the liberty for unlicensed printing. Okay, then I don't know anything. Suppose I don't know anything about this, I just know this one, Areopagitica, Milton, the liberty of the unlicensed printing, because Milton wrote a lot and he fought for it, so I know it. So let's 1 2, I can only see this option and it is correct. Why? Because I'm 100% sure, because Areopagitica is written by Milton, and that's so even if you are knowing one work completely, you can answer these type of question. Now let's see the other ones also. Leviathan, Hobbes, it's about absolute sovereignty. Okay, Alexander's Feast, Dryden, it's of the power of music. And The Way of the World, very interesting work, you should be reading its summary, or you can watch the video also. It's about fashion, courtship and seduction. Okay, now last 2 questions. The preliminary version of James Joyce's portrait of the artist as a young man was called, very important. Have asked multiple, I have seen this question multiple times in another way, so please don't misreading it. Okay, the answer is Stephen Hero. Okay, this time I want to clear JRF, so you need to study hard if you want to clear JRF, and with the right strategy. You have to complete all the PYQs, you have to read all the literary text, literary theory, literary criticism, works and everything. मैम एक MA का आंसर है, क्या है, लिखना हूँ, चाहता हूँ कि एक बार आप चेक कर दें, जिससे कि एक बैलेंस्ड आंसर का आइडिया हो जाए. न्यू एडमिशन लिया हूँ मैम. Okay, you can mail me your answer. Okay, already given in my bio section. Okay, किशन जी, कैसे वैलिड नहीं होगा? आई मीन नेट क्लियर करने के बाद विद इन 2 years हमें पीजी कंप्लीट करना होता है, एंड मेरा पीजी या किरण, don't be worried about this. You give your examination, you clear your examination, no issue will be there. Okay, now the last question of this session. It has already started like this. Okay. A pastiche is a mixture of themes, stylistic elements, or subjects borrowed from other works. It is distinguished from parody because not all parody is pastiche. A pastiche is also known as a purple passage. A pastiche is given to an elevated style, especially in its use of figure, all Roman to me, all Greek to me. Okay. What I will do? See, these type of questions will come in examination and you have to deal with it by your common sense. And common sense is not so common. So yes, what you can do is, आप पता कीजिए अच्छे से सिर्फ फाइनल ईयर वाले, हाँ या दिस इज़ राइट कि आपको एग्ज़ाम जब आप क्लियर कर रहे हो यूजीसी नेट का, तो आपका आंसर शीट आने वाला हो, फाइनल आंसर शीट आने वाला हो, देन ओनली यू विल बी एबल टू टेक एडमिशन फॉर PhD, राइट? So what you will do in this? I don't know anything, but I know the answer, so I'll directly tick, because it is a mixture of theme, stylistic elements, subject borrowed from others. And how you can do is, you have to see extreme in this type of questions. Extreme, like here it is talking about the elevated style in figurative language, but here it is written, it is about the themes and subjects borrowed from other works. Either this will be correct or that will be correct. So that is why we have to be very specific about it all. Even if you don't know about this particular term, we know it is distinguished from parody because not all parody is pastiche. So that is how we need to solve our question. Now tell me if you have any questions for me. You're welcome, you're welcome. If you have any doubts regarding anything, you can ask. So this was it. Today we solved December 2012 question paper, and this is how you have to see. Can you see the difference of 2012 and 2025 question? It has just increased. NTA has just increased the level of their asking, their way, their chronological question. Now a lot of chronological questions are coming, match of the following questions are coming. So that is why Kiran, mostly I come around 3 p.m. I'll inform beforehand. Okay, I'll inform beforehand. Yes, and I'll do paper 1 also. Now we'll be solving 10 years of. I'll share a PDF, the flowchart, that what I have decided with you all in my post. So you will get to know that yes, you can, when you can have live session on which date or on which day I'll take the session of paper 1 or paper 2. But what I have thought that I'll complete paper 2 first, because this is my core subject, and untilness because the weightage is also high, paper 2, and then I'll shift to paper 1. Okay, so that we'll have the flow of paper 2 and we'll get deep into it. Okay, so what you need to do after watching this session, you should be knowing who is Francis Bacon and what is all about advancement of learning, who was John Bunyan's Pilgrims Progress, the little background of Victorian age, lyrical ballads when it was written, and that is how we have to cover all the major work, the Rape of the Lock, Godot, okay, Bloomsbury group, then Yeats, Essay of Dramatic Poesy, the themes. If you are reading any work, please write the themes, write the work in it, major writers, major workers, and that is how you have to analyze PYQ and then take out the important motifs from the PYQ. So that is it for today. Thank you. Great discussion. Telegram, no, I am not on Telegram. I feel like it's user because a lot of people are there and useless discussion, and I it's my opinion. I don't want to get only useless messages. I am not interested in that. Sorry for that. And yes, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in my comment section. You can mail, you can comment me down. Thank you so much for the wonder. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're welcome. And yes, this was my second live session. So yes, we will be continuing like that, and we will be covering till 2025, and we will be covering 10 years of PYQ. And yes, if you will be solving PYQ, I can make sure that 50% of the question you will be able to answer with your common sense, because you will be having a background of it. And that's it. Okay, thank you. Please go revise, and please target to crack UGC, NET and JRF. All the best. Happy learning and stay tuned. Bye bye.